How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another live edition of Real Hazardous.
Thursday night,
Yep.
live YouTube. I was going to say TV, but it's too.
I'm Captain Jeremy Thurman. For those of you who don't know, this is
JJ.
Yep.
I've been called a lot of things, so I'll let you whatever you call me.
Mm-hmm. Got a dog on the set.
Yeah, my shepherd's over here demanding to be fed. Anyhow, set. You already set, by the way. Just
Yeah. Well, missed last week. Sorry, guys. Actually had a wedding, brother's wedding. How's it going, Spinning Value? Thanks for joining in.
Yeah, we're going to talk about spending value here in a little bit too, so.
All good things.
Yeah, mostly. No, I'm just kidding.
West Key from Wet Key Colony.
There you go.
Lot of rain down there, I'm guessing.
That's
Yeah,
what
he
we've been
said
hearing.
they got, what, 2-3 inches a couple of days there in spoils, but I think it's that system that's built up that's headed to Texas.
Gotcha.
We're headed to the Keys, so hopefully it'll be gone time we get there.
How's it going, Coral Heads? So today we're getting ready to take a long road trip to the Florida Keys. So some of the things we're going to talk about is what the Keys are going to be like, lobstering, how to get your boat trailer ready for such a long trip.
It's a bug's life.
Yeah, a lot of bugs on the road. Stuff like that. And of course, any questions you guys have, feel free to just throw them out there.
Okay, so let's talk about getting the boat ready. Trailer ready, checking your wheel bearings, making sure they're good, keep them greased up. I carry a grease gun with me. I carry me extra hubs, 2 extra tires. Because a lot of times if you blow out one and you can't get over pretty quick, you can blow that second one out pretty quick. What else? Check the air in the tires, make sure they're good. You know, low air pressure can blow that tire out. Too much air pressure will blow it out too.
So what do we, or one thing, when I saw a couple people join, I think I seen Ocean's Deep, saw a comment it was wet on the West Coast.
Yeah.
That was from Chris asking, how
Chris.
we doing?
Oh, doing good, Chris. Happy to be here.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
And Coral had said, wahoo!
That's right, wow.
Exclamation.
So as far as the trailer tires, what are our trailer tires and what do we run at?
All right, now we're running a 15 inch and we're running a E rating tire, which is a 10-ply tire. Now they make an F rating now. I've seen very expensive tire, but I've been tempted to put them on just to see. Gives you an extra 500 or 600 pounds per tire.
Yeah.
Weight advantage. That's 1,000 pounds an axle.
We had D tires and those didn't seem as good as the E tires.
No, you don't want to go with D tires. It's such a big boat. But the E rating tires are good. Like I said, keep them aired up, check your wheel bearings, grease them up good.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Lights, trailer lights got to be right. Your tag's got to be right. We blew a tire out and took out our trailer lights.
Yeah.
Got stopped 3 times within what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, in the Keys.
I was like, geez Louise, guys, I ain't gonna never get down here. So now we put 2 lights up above the low lights
Mm-hmm.
on the poles. So we got 4.
Yeah.
This many. 4 trailer lights now.
Mm-hmm.
So there. If we blow a tire at it, hopefully we won't get those high ones.
Mm-hmm. What was that Coral Head that you said?
Lube the hubs as soon as you get out of the water.
Very good.
I didn't. Someplace between Key Largo and Homestead.
Right. Yeah, because it pushes the water out if you leave them right after you get out of the water. And that water don't sit on those bearings and corrode them.
Right.
So, lights,
Spinning Value said he likes to pull at night too. Usually leave at 2-3 a.m. to keep the heat down on the tire.
very good. That's an excellent example right there. Even though I don't like driving when it's pouring down rain, kind of a wet shower every little while is good. It keeps them tires cool down.
Mm-hmm.
At night certainly is the best time, and that's what we've done for years.
Right.
However, tomorrow I'll be driving down during the daytime.
Yeah.
So,
Been pretty rainy, so hopefully it'll keep the roads a little cooler.
yes. But so we're going after lobsters.
Yeah, so
Fun and games.
lobster season is coming up. Next Wednesday and Thursday is mini season in Florida. And then after that, August 6th is regular season and it runs through March 31st.
Right, and we hope to be down there we'll do the 2-day mini season and at least 2 days of the regular season. And maybe even try to slide in 3.
Yeah.
So,
So lobster season is pretty fun. You don't think it's fun?
It has its moments, let me tell you that.
I mean, we've been doing it for 30 plus years.
How many times on the boat have I told you, I am never coming back down here to lobstering again. We're going home as soon as we get to the dock.
Usually once a trip.
Probably
Yeah.
not the past couple
Yeah.
few years.
Yeah, because I've got dinged in the head with lobsters. I've gotten pulled till I was about drowning. I've gotten left where all I could see was like a little, like tiny speck of the boat as it's going away, and everybody in the boat's just talking. And all of a sudden they turn around and look, and I'm like,
You get kicked in the face with a fin.
Hey, I was one time, I was in the water, I was looking down at a spot, and I feel kind of a light like tap on my arm. I was like, it's probably Christopher, what does he want? Then I feel like a bam, heavy tap, like, what? I turned around, it was the boat. So, Mr. Road driver.
I kept him close. I didn't.
He
I
got
was right there with him.
Let's see, yeah,
The only person that's gonna run over him is me.
I was gonna say, you don't have to worry about someone else running you over. You got to go.
Back to the trailer real quick. Ocean Deep Fishing said they always bring a piece of plywood along with a floor jack.
Mhm.
Makes life easier.
Yeah. The plywood's a good idea. Now, have you seen the little plastic block that you got a dual axle?
Mm-hmm.
You can pull up on it. Just loosen up your lug nuts.
Trailer aid.
Trailer aid.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make one out of a 6x6 block of wood and do the same thing. But
And another big tip is to bring lights, because if you do pull at night and your tire goes, one time we had these little tiny dinky flashlights, and it's hard to see what you're doing. I got these camera lights, and they're really cheap. They're rechargeable battery, and they're like $20 on Amazon, and they're really good because they shoot a wide area and they're bright.
Mhm.
You can get one of those, or if you have a couple good flashlights, ideally you want something you can just kind of set up, shine it, and not have to like hold it, and then all your other stuff.
Right. But if you get it down pat, you can change that tire in less than 10 minutes.
What we got, Kayla? Sorry.
Okay, Christopher said, hey.
How's it going, Christopher?
Brandon said, fun, question mark, referring back to the lobstering.
Yeah, he's been there. He knows what I'm talking about.
It is fun.
Yeah, if Ocean Deep Fishing finds a boat, they'll be in the Keys on the 7th.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we'll be down at Kikani Beach, so
I think,
if
yeah.
you see us, holler at us.
Yeah.
Romeo says, hey guys, are you, nice kings you caught in the last video.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it.
With our rugby friends.
And then
Great
Chris
bunch of guys.
asked, are you planning on hooking up with Heiko and Dan this year?
I think so.
I think so, yeah. I'm hoping so. We've been talking with them, and we're hoping to get another trip in, and it was fun fishing with them last time, so should be another good trip.
Right. And like you said, the rugby guys were really, they were a blast. Good bunch of guys.
And then Ice is watching.
How's it going, man? So lobstering. Lobstering can be fun. It can be frustrating at times. We've been doing it since we were little kids. And imagine back in those days when we were younger, it was my mom, my dad, me, my brother, and my sister. It put a lot on my dad and mom. But as we got older, knew what we were doing, it got a lot smoother. So we didn't have those frustrating moments.
Right. And you do get those irritating moments when some things aren't going right, the current's blasting you, or the boat runs over you, like the pontoon boat did that one time. I popped up and I'm stuck in between the pontoons, and they don't have a clue where I'm at. And it's dragging me down.
I knew where you were at. I just couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, so
I couldn't put it in gear.
there's always little things, but pay attention down there and watch out for your people. Main thing, watch out for other people, because they'll be so far away from your boat. You be going down there, if they dive down, you don't see them until they pop up, and sometimes you might be right on them.
Yeah. I remember one guy, there's some crazy people, and I guess it was him and they had a buddy, 2 boats, working together, cool. And I guess they found a good spot. They had their marker jug on it. They were lobstering it, no big deal. And they wanted their other buddy boat to come, but they couldn't get a hold of them on the radio. So finally they're like, well, we don't want to lose the spot. The boat left, and he left like one dude in the middle of the water. He's in the middle of a channel. He doesn't have a floating flag. Just his little head there in a high traffic area. I'm like, oh, that's so dumb, so stupid. You're just risking your life for a couple bugs. Yeah, I get you want to stay in your spot. Really, dive.
What you got for us there, Kayla?
Spinning Valley, he was saying, oh yes, like snagging an anchor.
Oh yeah, and by the way, we're gonna look for your anchor while we're down there too, Spinning Out Valley. And Spinning Valley, he posted some pictures on his website, and he had some nice mahi early in trip, I guess 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then it got slow, and then the weather just turned to poop.
Yeah.
So he did get some, I think, some blackfin a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Shea is wondering, is it true the real hazardous name came from a lobster trip?
It could be said the real hazardous name came from many different trips.
That's
Yes.
right. And we've been out there, and
It came more from the fact that most of our trips seem to be real hazardous.
right, we walked away from smoldering rubbles. Is that what they say?
Yeah. We've had some moments.
I'm pretty sure the worst was Dad with the lobster.
Yeah.
Hitting
They
the
had
head.
her running out of air and getting blown by the current almost into oblivion.
Yeah, some crazy dive stories. What you got?
Romeo was saying, can't wait for Wahoo this December in St. Augustine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, we've been trying to get out in December. We got out in November one time,
Mm-hmm.
the day after Thanksgiving, and then but as soon as we get a good day, we're just gonna go. It seems like I don't know why we can't get out in December, but that's when we wanted to go.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what, but it seemed like stuff happens, and then you got the holidays, so, you got get-togethers and stuff like that. But
Someone named, I think it's Austin Armour, asked, you guys ever fish with South Florida Fishing Channel guy down in the Keys?
yep, fished with him last year, Heiko.
Right, Heiko's a cool guy.
Yeah, we fished with him and Dan and
South Florida,
Elizabeth.
yeah,
And,
South Florida Fishing Channel.
Mm-hmm. And we
Yeah.
went to the humps and caught some tuna. It was a pretty fun day. We got some skipjack, blackfin.
And it was rough as they
It
caught.
was rough. But man,
Yeah, we're going out. We were like, why are we doing this? We made it out there and actually got better as the day went, but
yeah.
it was a rough ride out, I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm. What you got there?
Ocean Deep was saying that he took his son 2 years ago without a boat to find out. They had a new rule for mini season. Couldn't catch lobster within 300 feet of a bridge or shoreline. Had a long swim out.
I think
Yeah.
that rule's been there a little bit longer than a couple of years, but yeah.
Yeah, it seems like some places, because like some you can.
Right, I
Some
think it's
areas,
Keith Colony Beach is.
Yeah, I know
the-
there you can't, but like we lost around the bridges,
Mhm.
and certain bridges are okay.
Yeah,
Just
cause
certain.
we work around the pylons, we never had an issue, but inside Keith Colony Beach, you can't do it within so many feet of the shoreline. I don't think.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite spot, Long Key or 7 Mile Bridge? But before you answer it,
Mm-hmm.
someone named Christopher Thurn said, remember, lobster numbers are classified intel.
Right, but you think it's classified till you get out there and then everybody got what you thought was your secret number.
Yeah.
But the key is getting out there early, I can tell you that. And we do it, we get out there very early. We, on an ideal day, sometimes we'll have 30 lobsters in 30 minutes when we're hitting on all cylinders.
The funny thing is, like, I recognize a lot of the boats there. It's a lot of people like us who go down every year. So I see the same boats, and generally they're in their area, and we're in ours, and it's like, there's just good spots all over, and they go to theirs because they like it and happy with it. We go to ours, no need to,
But sometimes, we're down there lobstering and boats are like surplus.
Yeah.
One guy actually even dropped his divers upstream of us, up current of us, and they came right up under the boat where we were lobstering. We're
Yeah.
like, seriously?
I mean, unfortunately there are some jerks like that, and that's the worst part. I mean, that's the bad thing about lobstering.
Yeah.
It's just, people like that. And you could say that for snapper season, all kinds of different fishings where guys just come up on you.
Right.
I was looking at Facebook and there's some local guys, they were fishing, I think the Casablanca, I think there's a wreck out there. And some guys just came right up to him, dropped divers right under him. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
there's no need to be like that, if someone's there, there's tons of nearby spots,
Let me tell you a story of my mischievous days. I was out fishing, nobody around me. A diver comes up, 3 divers in the boat. They get out of the boat and they dive literally under where we were fishing.
Mhm.
So we had caught some fish. So I looked at the guys and said, it's time to clean fish. So we took these in the middle of July, cleaned these fish and redecorated their boat, to say the least. I just wish I would have been there to see their face when they came on board.
Romeo was saying it's better, that December is better because Wahoo tournament is not following February through March.
That's
Less
true.
boats.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Not near as many boats.
Well, yeah, but now I think they've got another Wahoo tournament that goes in December or January. Yeah.
Same guy or what?
No, I think it's different, but still. But yeah, it still seems to be less crowded.
Romeo was asking what's the best rig bait for tuna, and Spinning Valley, who said that the black and purple Billy bait was hot for tuna this trip.
Yeah, black and purple is always good, and we like our rattle jet. And then we got a black fly that we use. It seems to work real well
I think
too.
it's made by Boone. It's a feather. If you look on our tuna catching videos, like from last year, I've got links to them.
Mhm.
But it seems like black and purple is always the color to beat.
Right.
Sometimes black and red, sometimes blue, but black and purple always seems to be a hot one.
Right. And get those baits back out when you get on the bite. Don't waste any time. As soon as that guy gets that fish close, have your bait running back out. I mean, you can really rotate those and get them. Now you got what, 10 fish limit on the boat?
Yeah.
Or 2 per person, whichever's more, I think.
Two.
So, yeah, so if you have, say, 6 people, you can get 12 on your boat. But if there's only 2, you can get 10 still.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. We'll double check that.
I'm pretty sure that's the way it is, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else? Blackfin, skipjacks. They said they raise a marlin there once in a while out there on the humps. And we see mahi up there. We ain't got a wahoo yet out there, but I bet
No.
they're hanging out though.
Yeah, we have got one in the Keys, but not in the humps.
Yeah, we've got a couple of the keys, but yeah, I got one. Well, you weren't with me when I got the first one when the spinning rod, were you? That was Marion Trouble.
Right, yeah. Like the old 19-foot Sea Pro.
That's it, which we now own.
Mm-hmm.
So, we all caught up on our
Yeah.
stuff? Okay, so, the lobster, when you get out there, make sure you're safe, you have all your gear, your measuring device, don't put them on the boat if they're short.
Right.
You know, what we'll do now, if we get some that are close, you know, we may just throw them back and get a bigger one, you know, so if you come in behind us and see one that's thrown back, you might be a keeper, but we're looking for bigger.
Yeah, in many seasons you can be kind of picky, and
Right.
if you go in your net, you know, you can, and you just barely keep her, you let them go, and you know, look for a bigger one. But
Right.
you know, either way, whichever you prefer.
Right, and if you're on the ledge, so they're gonna go back in the ledge anyhow, so if you end up needing them, just go back in and find them again later, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, the Fed regs is unlimited for blackfin and skipjack.
The what now?
The Fed regs is unlimited for blackfin and skipjack.
Yeah, I thought, now I know on the new regs with FWC, they've been going out into the federal waters. So I didn't know if skipjack and tuna applied to that one.
We'll have to look and see.
Because they're talking about changing flounder. Did you see that? Did you hear about it?
Mm-mm.
Mom was telling me that it was a news bulletin, come back 5 per person, 14-inch minimum, and closed season in November, was it, the proposed regulations? Yeah, so pretty soon we won't even be able to catch no fish. We have to go down and get everybody in the neighborhood to go out there weed just to get enough for supper.
That was according to fish rules. You could be wrong. That was Spinning Valley.
Yeah, yes, maybe, but that's a good idea, and I'm gonna check on that, because I know in some species, like the snapper, 4G, and what is the other one? Little mouthfish, triggers. They're different in federal waters than they are in the state waters.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're heavier aggregates and stuff. So
Romeo asked, trolling for tuna? Question mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we typically troll. I would like to try to maybe do some vertical
Butterfly.
digging,
yeah,
or maybe even like live bait.
yeah.
Come up.
I bet live bait would be awesome. Get up on them birds and free line a pilcher or something. You better be holding on.
You gonna bring the fly rod?
Not this time. I did get, we actually, my friend Mike Head gave us a couple of rods, and then he also gave me a 8-weight rod and reel that I'd like to get in there and try, maybe for the bonefish or something, that'd be fun. But,
Austin said, "Do we ever get tuna up around Jack's?" Yep.
way out,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I have caught them, I caught them 18 miles offshore one day, which is very unusual. And probably the first tuna I ever caught, I was like, man, this is a bonita. And Tim Pugh was looking he's like, no, he says, that's got too big of an eye to be a bonita.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was a blackfin tuna.
Mhm.
And we actually, and he was big too, he was in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And we had another couple of broken lines.
So we get some big blackfin about 50, 60 miles out. So big, they'll be on average bigger than the ones in the Keys.
Right, these are probably 8 to 10 pounds here.
Yeah, maybe even some 15 or 20s.
Mhm.
But if you go way out of Florida, out of Jacksonville, talking 130,
On the other
150
side?
miles, you actually get some big yellowfin. You know,
Right.
what,
That's
80,
pretty
100
good.
pound.
Yeah, what is it? Ahi tuna?
Yeah, ahi, yellowfin, same thing. Which I didn't always know. I learned recently. That's why I say it.
Okay, do we lobster on the ocean side or the Gulf side mostly?
Mostly the ocean.
Mhm.
And the reason we hate the Gulf, and we always did the Gulf, but you can go out there for days and not ever see a hole. And then you hit one hole and it'll be loaded.
Yeah.
In the Atlantic side, it seems like you got more of a flow and the lobsters move on a more regular basis. So if you clean out a hole in the Gulf, it may take 2 or 3 days to replenish. But
Yeah,
that current blowing through the bridges, I think, moves the lobster around a little bit.
yeah. Let me catch up.
Yeah.
Can you troll for tuna with TLD 25s?
Yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, we used one, I think, last year, didn't we?
In the Keys, we were using TLD 20s.
Right.
So we were using just 20s and some, we had some 30s too, but
Right.
20s were doing great.
And we usually run them way back, and in our tower, we put on at the Keys. We have a rod holder on that one. And that rod, you can run that thing back almost to Jacksonville from the Keys. And, I mean, it does real good. And that we catch it, that's probably most of our tuna on that one.
Yeah, and a friend of ours, he uses TLD 25s.
For
He
Wahoo.
trolls, ballyhoo for wahoo. He's not high speeding, but he's still catching, 40, 50 pound wahoo with, he puts 40 pound mono on it.
Yeah.
And, does well.
Just definitely test that line on
That's not too bad. I mean, it'll handle it if you set your drags right.
it. Well, I caught a 65 pounder flat lining off the TW with a 40 pound test on a 4-aught, so yeah.
Let's see, do we ever get big eye tuna? I don't think we get big eye. I've never heard of us
No.
catching those. Travis said he caught a 25 pound blackfin bottom fishing on a Pop Warner one time.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do come in like that,
Mhm.
but just like wahoo, they'll get wahoo pretty close to the beach too. But are we caught up?
I think so.
Alright, so what else we got? Anything before we end the show?
Tomorrow's video.
Tomorrow's video, we got some lobster action. We had a boat breakdown. You're gonna see how we fix that, a steering issue.
Right.
This goes over us scouting day 1 and day 2 of lobster season. And
Right.
stuff in between.
And the talking about fixing the boats, guys, if you know your boat, a lot of things you can fix out there on it, carry your duct tape. If you knock a hole in there, they say you put that duct tape on there and it'll do it. I think if you knocked a small hole in there and you got one of those inflatable vests, you can probably put that in there and inflate that, then seal that hole up enough to get you back into the shoreline. But different little things, keep a few tools on the boat. We always keep a jumper on there in case we kill a battery. And different things like that. A spare battery operated GPS.
Yeah.
In case we lose our power on the other, then we can bring that in there. We've used that too, I think, haven't
When is the best season for tuna?
we? Up here or down there? Up here, it seems like.
Romeo's in Tampa, so.
Okay, I wonder how they do it on the Gulf. I know they catch them out there, but I guess you gotta go ways out. We catch most of ours. Seems like
winter, early
Yeah.
winter.
yeah, it seems the best out there in the Keys. I mean, sometimes there'll be tons. You watch for the birds. You see several hundred birds over there, and when they work down to the water, the tunas come up. Instead of trolling straight through them, but that far out line, if you'll loop your boat around to where you don't run through the tuna, but that line will come across into them, you'd be surprised how many fish you catch that way.
Hey guys, well we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. We're have some pretty cool footage for you, some in the Keys content coming very soon. Don't forget tomorrow's video is coming up. If you haven't already, like and subscribe.
And we may you're gonna try to do a live broadcast next Thursday from the Keys.
Yep.
Maybe on the water even, huh?
Yeah, probably on the water right after your mini season. Tell you how it went.
All right, we'll show you lobsters.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay guys, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.